Good evening. This is Stephanie from Steph's Tarot Interpretations. Hope everyone's doing as well as can be expected with the war going on and everything. And I want to thank you to new subscribers that have joined my channel. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the comments I've been receiving so far. I want to see how long this war is going to go on before it ends. Because I've already asked what will it take for the war to end, and I was pretty much interpreting it has to end with Putin. But I want to see how long. Is it going to last through the spring? Are we looking to the summer? I hope not, for those poor people in Ukraine. But okay, so quick question here. How long will the war in the Ukraine last? How long will the war in Ukraine last? Will it last through the spring? Will it go through the summer? Will it be any longer than that? I hope not. I think by that time there'll be a lot of people very trigger happy all over. But anyway, so how long will this Ukrainian war last? Through next 3 months, through the summertime? Longer than that? Let's see. Okay, let me cut the cards and go from there. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to start with the past. And the past is, okay, now I related this in one of my other readings as this being Putin, being blindfolded and kind of entrapped in its own circle of swords. And swords represent truth and communication, logic and thought. But as you can notice in the in the picture, there is an opening, there is a gap where the woman can walk through if she's able to untie herself and remove the blindfold. But she should, if she is able to do that. This card is more of saying you've backed yourself into your own little corner. You're stuck in your own thoughts. You're stuck in your own beliefs too, and you don't want to see what's on the other side, what other options there might be, or other opinions on matters. And pretty much that's what Putin has done. He's just he's never, again, I know I've said this many times, but he's never gone this far, obviously. He's always like ruffled feathers, poked the bear. He's taken some things and done some things just so he can say he did. But he never pushed it to the point where he's even talking nuclear war or chemicals or anything like that. The man is definitely sick. And in his own world, in his own dream world. And that's why we're at right now. And at this point, he's going to go for whatever it takes, even though he did end up having some kind of peace talk. But I think his demands were, well, if you give us the east half of Ukraine, or if you give us certain cities along the ports, then we'll stop shelling. Right. Everybody believes that one, sure. Okay. No, he is not interested in peace. He's just interested in the whole thing and taking the whole thing, not just a slice of Russia, of the Ukraine, all of Ukraine, and then next would be Poland and Belarus and all the other ones. You know, no, he's not kidding anybody. Okay, so in the present, this is the Nine of Pentacles, which is wealth and resources and luxury and comfort, which is what he is. I don't know how comfortable he is, though, because he is pretty much locked away. I think he's becoming more and more isolated. You see him at that mile-long, the head of the mile-long table whenever he's on interview or whatever, like no one's around him or whatever. He's just totally isolated himself. So this is the present. And usually the nines or the representation of, coming to an end. Not like a 10 where, okay, the end is realized and new chapters starting, new beginning and everything. You reach the end point. But the 9 is just before a 10. And the 9 is success. You're almost at the end. You're almost at the finish line. Although this woman right here is, to me, looking at it right now, she's at the finish line. The 9 of Wands is that gentleman that's behind a barrier that was built with rods and everything, and he's kind of like the wounded warrior, but he set a barrier to himself to help end whatever strife and defend himself. 9 of Cups, the happy merchant, where everything is satisfied. He's satisfied. He is he's doing well for himself. He's very happy. He's coming towards the finish line too. He's dealt with pretty much every single obstacle that he's had to, and as long as the cups keep on flowing, almost like at a bar or whatever, and he's going to be happy, and everything's going to be all right. So I'm thinking, with this being in the present, but it's the number 9, that we are coming close to the end of it. Not in the beginning, not a page or not an ace of swords or anything like that, or a 2 planning stage, 3 working together or anything like that. Coming close. That's how I'm interpreting this. So hopefully we will be seeing the end of this war soon. Okay, and in the future, we have the 2 of Cups, the Lovers. It's not the Lovers card, but it's partnership, coming to an understanding, love, equality, respecting each other, being on the same table and same level as each other. So I asked about the situation, how long the war in Ukraine is going to last, and it seems to me that the future is whatever, but I was asking if it's going to be through the spring or into the summertime. I'm thinking the spring. By sometime in the spring, it's over. We're not too far from starting the spring now. we're coming close to the end. We're coming close to the finish line. We're almost there. Yeah. And we're all celebrating, but we are all looking at each other as equals, as partners. What about Russia? That wasn't my question. My question was about the war, which involves Russia, but okay. So as a clarifier, we had the hangman. So looking at different ideas, points of view, standstill. So maybe, perhaps, with this card, I'm not sure if it's, well, if something's going to change, it would have to be due to a different perspective, which could mean a lot of different things. It could mean that this perspective has totally changed, which it has to, in order for the war to end. I'm still not saying, but I'm still saying that there has to be an end to Putin. Something has to stop him. Because right now he's not in his right mind. I don't know how you would get him back into his right mind. I don't think there is a way to, because he's gone too far. But looking at things in a different point of view, is there something that's making him look at things in a different point of view? Is it Russia, Russia's finances, the sanctions, or the oligarchs saying, you need to stop this now because these sanctions are killing us. We're not making any money. We're losing a lot of money. People are dying. They're starving. And he could be thinking in terms of that now. I know I've discussed a little bit about him being concerned as far as what this war is doing in Russia. So he could be, he's probably looking at it already, but he's going to need something major to happen in order for him to step down. And I honestly don't think anyone in NATO, the UN, the other allies would accept anything but complete surrender and backing out and getting out of Ukraine altogether. So it's got to be Russia and how it's hurting her, or someone puts a stop to him, because that's the only thing I feel. I could be totally wrong, but that's the only thing I feel that's going to end it, is someone puts a stop to him. It began with him, it's going to end with him. No one wants this war. Russians, the oligarchs, I'm sure, don't want this war. They know how it's going to hurt them. There's people that are protesting in Russia. There are thousands upon thousands that have been arrested, and there's, I think, videos of them being beaten and things. But okay, let's get another clarifier. And it's coming fast. Okay, so whatever it is, it will be over soon. Whatever is going to happen to make him change his mind, look at it from a different perspective. I don't know what would actually scare this man off. or make him change his mind so quickly. I don't know what he, unless it's family or whatever, I don't know what it is, but this is a chariot. It's on course. It's coming fast. And the driver knows where it's going and is in complete control. So this will be ending fast. I'm going to say definitely in the spring. Maybe by the time we get into spring, actual spring. There'll be too many, the longer it goes, obviously, more deaths every single day. But the last one is, and here's the star, Pope. Everyone's hope that this will end soon. And we won't move on from it for a long time. There'll be a lot of rebuilding, but there's a lot of hope. For this to end and for healing to begin. Wishes coming true. So somebody is going to be looking at things from a different point of view. Maybe it's even the allies too, as far as what they think that they need to do. Instead of, they're not. I don't believe that they're pussyfooting around this issue. They don't want to start World War III. They just don't. They don't want a nuclear war. That's the last thing that anybody wants, and that's the thing that they're most afraid of. So it's either Putin or both the allies, NATO, UN, are looking at things in a different way as far as how they're going to handle it. Okay, we've gone through, a couple of weeks now with trying to have deals, meetings, and the sanctions, and I'm sure that they're working, I'm sure that they're hurting and everything, but now it's either changing, or it could be changing both. It might be saying, okay, what else do we need to do to end this? And that could be allies, and it could be Putin too. They both could be looking at the same time, taking a pause and standing back and saying, what else needs to be done? Putin, who knows what he's really thinking? I'm just interpreting the cards as I'm seeing them. I know this is him, the Eight of Swords. But, I mean, he could be looking at it as, okay, I need to reconsider or look at this differently from the point of view of the people of Russia. But I honestly don't think he gives a damn about the people of Russia. He just gives a damn about Russia and her nobility and her history from previous. And he was supposed to be the hero, the superhero, to bring her all back together. But it could also be the allies saying, we need to push this a step further now, because we need this to stop. We can't keep on having innocent women and children, like in maternity wards today that was bombed. We can't have this happening. Have this keep happening. So maybe there's some other plans going on the ally side too. But whatever it is, it's going to happen quickly, so this does stop. So it's on, I don't know if it's on everybody's mind to end this quickly. I don't think if Putin's in the frame of mind that I think he is, like this, unless he is if he really is reconsidering, because maybe he's getting pressure also from from the economy and all that, so he is reconsidering. But whatever it is, it's going whatever decision is made either on his side, the allies, NATO side, or both, it's going to be made quickly. So we nip this in the bud, we get this done, we get this finished, and then we can start rebuilding again, and have hope for the future of Ukraine and also for Europe and also for the rest of the world, that we've avoided a nuclear war, hopefully, and that Russia hopefully now starts to change too. This patriarchal element of a man beating themselves on the chest like they're Tarzan or something like that, like, I'm man, and no, like, who cares? Who cares? We want people. We want people that care about each other. We don't need people that are just there to be a dictator or has to build themselves up because they're so small on the inside, by being a leader, in name only. This is hope. This is hope for the future and hope for good things to come. So, all right, that's pretty positive. I'm thinking that it's not going to last too much longer. Other readers and I know in one of my other readings too, it didn't seem like it was going to be long, but a lot of other readers are thinking that, and psychics are saying that this is not going to last long. They don't feel that it's going to last long. Unfortunately, each day is going to feel like an eternity. And we're sitting here right now looking at each other or talking to each other through YouTube, and there are millions and millions of people right now that don't even know if they're going to see their husbands, sons, brothers, fathers again. So God bless them all, and I hope to God that this is right and this does end really, really soon. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.